all, welcome to Acharya Coding School. So in this class, we can discuss about the logs and the troubleshooting. So before going to this, so we can understand about the Linux logging and basic troubleshooting techniques which we are using as a Linux admin. So what is the importance of the logs for the admin and why we are using the debug? So we can discuss each and every concept in detail in this video. So we can understand what logs and we are using and why it is important. So we have like a different types of logs. So we have like a different types of system logs, application logs, kernel logs. So we have like a different types of logs which we are using in the logs. So logs are nothing but the record of events generated by the operating system. So we have like a kernel, services, applications, and the users. So we have like a different types of logs. So it mainly help us in the troubleshooting purpose. So we can debug the issues and everything we can do using the logs. So if you're getting any error logs, you can able to troubleshoot and debug and identify the issues. So what are the logs? So if you think of a CCTV for your system. So if you are working on something, you have enabled the CCTV in your system. So that means then you need to capture what you are doing, everything. Same as like, so main advantage of logs is it's mainly helping on the capturing of every action which we are doing. So why we need of logs? Because it's mainly help us in the troubleshooting purpose. Troubleshooting purpose. It's mainly helping us in the troubleshooting purpose means. So it's mainly help us in the if any service call failed. So it's mainly help us in the troubleshooting purpose. So it's mainly assist us in the security purpose. So mainly it's may detect the suspicious activity. So if you are getting attacked by the any malwares or everything, it mainly helps us in the suspicious activities. It's mainly useful for performance analysis and capacity planning. And also it's mainly useful for any critical issues. If you are getting any sort of critical issues, we have like a different types of logs. So we have like a system logs, application logs, and kernel logs. So mainly Linux systems are generate different kinds of logs we have. So it's mainly help us for the understanding their purpose. So it's mainly useful for the effective troubleshooting. So we have like a different types of logs available in our logs troubleshooting. So we can discuss each one. So we have like a category of system logs. So it's mainly system log capture the events which are generated by the operating system and core services. So we are using the commands. We can, after this, we can connect our Linux mission and we can deal everything. Now we can connect our mission. We can deal with the commands. So now we can give the commands. Dialog messages. If you give in our system, there is no kind of messages. So that's why. So if we not able to find out the system logs, so because we haven't worked any on the, and we can do the cat log messages. So there is no such find of directory available in our machine. So that's why we are not getting any kind of error logs. And we have the application logs. It's mainly logs are generated by specific apps. So we have like Apache Tomcat, Nginx, FQL. So different types of application logs we have. So it's mainly generated by the specific software installed on our system. And we have the kernel logs. So these are the main kernel logs which are generated by our Linux kernel itself. So it's mainly help us in the diagnosing, means troubleshooting, hardware, drivers, memory, and if we are getting any low level issues also, we are able to find out using the kernel logs. So for viewing purpose, we can give the tail manager variable logs. So we can give the journalctl, etc. So we have for detailed system logs. So for D messages, for kernel messages. So we can give whatever the command for viewing our logs. So sys logs. So which mainly useful for the following the live logs. So we have like a different types of logs. And for troubleshooting purpose. So it mainly shows the status of a system ready service. So it's mainly showing us whether it is active, whether our service is active, inactive, failed. So depends upon the our service status, we can able to find out. So it's mainly displays recent log entries. So it's related to the service. It's mainly help us in the identify if service is running or not. So if you want to check, for example, if you have installed Linux in our machine, so you can able to give the command and you can check whether it is running in our machine or not. So let us execute this command. So in the place of service, so for example, if you give the nginx, so we haven't installed nginx in our machine. So for example, Linux, so we are not able to identify. By giving the command, we need to give so we need to systemctl is -unix -type is equal to service. So in previous classes we have discussed about this command hyphen hyphen on. So we can check, it will display the list of services which we have running in our machine. So from those, now what we are doing? Let us execute systemctl status. For example, if you see here, this is inactive. For example, if you want to display this name, atd.service. If you want to display the status is running or not, then you can execute by giving the command systemctl status atd.service. So if you see here, our service is active and running. So with this help of, it mainly shows the status, whether it is active, inactive, whether it loading, unloading. So here can able to identify everything. So if we are getting any issues also, here we are getting the regions for the failure as well. And we can notice the process ID as well. So we can see the process ID as in the inside the command. And we have the command called psaux. So it's mainly filtering purpose we are using. So it's mainly using the if a process is running or not. So it's mainly process ID. So here we are using checking for the process ID and resource uses. Here if you give the psaux, it's mainly list of all the process which we are running in our system. Let us execute and try once again. psaux. It mainly gives the what it is giving list of all the process running in our machine. It gives the details of which process we are running. So we are now getting so many types of process details. So let us try in this way. PS, AUX, grep, EC2, user. Let us type randomly. So you can see that how many types of process IDs we have available. So we can verify the process is alive or not. And we can find the multiple instances as well. So it's mainly filters which one you want to take care for troubleshooting. And we have the concept of log rotation. So why log rotation is important? Because logs are growing continuously. So without rotation, if you take the disk which we are using can be filled. So the log rotation mainly automatically HUs, compress and deletes which we are using the old logs. It mainly keeps the system clean and it's mainly help us in the performance issues if you are getting and maintains the audit history. So we have like a different types of advantages with the log rotation. So mainly log rotate what it is doing because it rotates old logs and compress them to save space and it also deletes the older logs as well. It's mainly automatically run using the cron job. So earlier we have discussed about the cron jobs. So let us execute. If we take the log rotate basics, so we have the config file. For example, if we have think of this one. So we need to provide the root accesses. So we haven't have such type of log rotate in our system. So that's why we are not getting any. And we have the directory for service configs. So it's mainly daily running via cron jobs. So why we analyzing the logs and performance and security issues. So we have like different types of analyzing the logs. So it's mainly help us in the high CPU, memory and disk usage. And also help us in the if any logs are failed. With the help of log analysis, we can able to easily identify if any logs got failed. And also it prevents the unauthorized access. And we can trace the services. And also using this, it's prevent downtime. These are the main advantages of using the log analysis. And if you are getting any out of memory issues, so any service crash logs, such type of configuration issues, authentication issues, we can able to easily identify using the log analysis. Thank you.